I was acting who GETS shot 5 times in acts, I didn't GT shot 5 times in their vision, I only got once cause they found the book. You guys are driving around and then you hear these girls say Tupac. Tupac got to the light and he happened to be hanging out the window. Which of those four is it when you talk to him about Tupac? It was really about both of them, either one of them, it was Tupac and Sugar. After the release of the new Diddy documentary titled The Reckoning, it resulted in rappers reacting. This Reckoning documentary is crazy, man. Tupac should still be here today. But it also resulted in Tupac's case being reopened and investigated. The news wrote, the Las Vegas police made notes about 50 Cent's The Reckoning Diddy documentary, where never before heard evidence was shared about Diddy paying $1 million for Tupac's passing. Even before he made this Diddy documentary, he tried exposing Diddy in a post reading. 50 Cent says he doesn't like Diddy because he had Tupac hit. I hate when they leave me to talk because I always see the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Last time he left me I said something about I got to stop doing that. I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with the saying. I said crazy. No reason, cheering, oh wait. Maybe I said to my boyfriend because he got Tupac here. However, they also brought up a hidden side of Diddy that fans uncovered, explaining that Diddy wanted Tupac gone because he wanted to be him. Tupac was a shining example of everything that Diddy wanted to be, and he was that naturally. He was charismatic, he was sought after, desired. He was very well liked and a naturally likable person. He was charming, he actually had intrinsic talent, he was a star. He was what Diddy tried to force his way into becoming. Diddy through force, through manipulation, through fear-mongering tried to become loved and adored and liked. But all he could manage is like a twisted clone of that he was able to garner through fear. But back to my original point, he thought he triumphed over Tupac by when actually what he did was make Tupac immortal. And by Diddy continuing to live and earn more wealth, and in his mind earn more adoration, he thought he triumphed. He thought he won overall. However, 50 Cent said there's more footage that will be released with it announced. 50 Cent says it's not over. More unreleased Diddy footage that didn't make the Netflix documentary is coming to YouTube, including footage about how Diddy started a family with Tupac's ex-girlfriend. Diddy has a daughter named Chance Combs with Sarah Chapman in 2006, who famously dated Tupac in 1995. They were spotted being together on November 18, 1995 when Tupac was photographed with Diddy's baby mama Sarah Chapman. Diddy described Sarah as being music the one, she's his dream girl. So when she got with Tupac, Diddy hated it. I believe so, I do believe so, I have proof things that I could say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean, is between me and him and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. I was acting. Who get shot 5 times and acts, I didn't get 5 times in their vision, I only got once cause they found the book. The police found it but now they the cops, now they doing detective work. With his first attempt failing he tried again. During the Diddy trial it was announced former cop claims Diddy had Tupac dealt with for $1 million. Suge retaliated having Biggie dealt with. Diddy is said to have hired Keffe D to handle Tupac. And after Keffe D spent over 20 years walking free, police arrested him and did an interrogation with him. He didn't know he was being recorded but he admitted to Diddy being the mastermind of the Tupac hit. On all 4 of those occasions they're San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine and Vegas. Music, which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at? Every one of them. Every one of them. Which of those 4 is it when you talk to him music about Tupac? It was really about both of them, either one of them, it was a Tupac answering the I. This was followed by Diddy being confronted about Tupac's passing in an awkward interview as Diddy instantly tries to deny it. Now it was this documentary that claimed which we know wasn't true. Yeah, check this out, we don't talk about things that are nonsense, we don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we not even going to even go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you, cause you listened 7 years ago I would have been like, yo, did you hide my fuck? But no, you do it like a journalist. Yeah, no, I mean we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying, it's no, which we never believed, by the way. Yeah, thank you. But this doesn't change the fact Keffe D informed the police in his interrogation that Diddy ordered the hit. But the writer who wrote Tupac's biography claimed Tupac wasn't as tough as he portrayed. He said Tupac couldn't defend himself and didn't know how to use a firearm cause he died because all these guys sold him this lifestyle idea. But he wasn't it. He couldn't fight, he had no athleticism, he didn't know how to shoot it, he didn't like he wasn't that guy. But he started to believe it. He method acted it, 100% method acted it, but the police investigated further and questioned if someone else was involved. The news wrote, the reinvestigation of Tupac's passing is revealing new names and evidence of those involved. New name brought up is Suge Knight. This claim gets a lot more suspicious when you hear what Eminem rapped in an unreleased song 20 years ago. It was only leaked last year where Eminem said, I'm holding Suge responsible for the passing of the 2 greatest rappers to ever grace the face of this planet. If only Christopher Wallace could talk, he could tell you himself. I'm holding Suge responsible for the passing of Ja Rule or anyone else down with the row. As new police records state, Detective Russell Poole suspected that Knight arranged Tupac's passing before he could exit the label, then framed the rival Blue Team to throw off investigators. which makes you question who a famous Blue member is that they wanted to pin the crime on. You quickly realize that Snoop Dogg was the plan because his file is very interesting with the timing around Tupac's passing. He was supposed to be with Tupac on the night he got targeted, but he wasn't. We're with Tupac though. In regards to Tupac, I heard a story. Did you give him different advice that night on where to go? I didn't give him no advice, right? We wasn't seeing eye to eye, right? So, saying during the Tyson, yeah. We music, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that. Okay, so when music they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car. Music isn't in the car with them. The main reason he didn't go is likely due to Tupac and Snoop having an argument in the days prior. The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie music, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. That bro didn't like that. Tupac didn't like that, so we music had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself, and to, prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to music go wrong, but it didn't. But this happened all within 72 hours of Tupac getting targeted. You have to remember that Snoop was tapped into the streets back in the 90s. Is it possible Snoop avoided Tupac because he knew he was being targeted? I say a week before he died we was best of friends. 2 days before I don't think he liked me. Why? Because we was in New York, oh yeah, and that happened. Music, New York, they shot at me and did all kind of to me like just the music worst you could think of. And I forgave them and went and did an interview and was asked how do I feel about Puffy and Big. I was like I want to do some music with him. And I just rubbed cause the wrong way like music tried to me at you and you talking about you want to do a song with them. Music I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked him his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. It's video footage of all of us hanging out. However, the physical evidence presented during music, the Diddy trial reportedly sent chills through the courtroom as Keffe D described how Tupac was taken out at Diddy's request. On September 7, 1996, Tupac was in Las Vegas with the head of his label, Suge Knight. They attended a Mike Tyson match at the MGM Grand, and after it ended they spotted an op in the lobby. Suge Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson, music the MGM Grand. Keffe D and his nephew Orlando Lane Anderson and music two of their friends were also there. KPD told LAPD detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago in a pro for music that couldn't be used against him was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and music up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Music, Tupac, Suge Knight and the entourage left the